In this video, I've got a grocery haul as a part of the March Pantry Challenge. Stay tuned. If we're just meeting, I'm Denise Jordan, and I teach traditional homemaking for today's woman. So if you want to learn more about making and keeping a home, hit that subscribe button and double tap that little bell icon so you don't miss any upcoming videos. Okay, let's jump into it. One of the things that I encourage my young homemakers to do is to know what they have on hand and then to try to utilize those items before they go out and spend more money. So as a result of that, they can save money and waste less food. So for March, I have issued a pantry challenge where I am challenging all of you, including my young homemakers, to inventory their freezer, their fridge, and their pantry, and then to declutter or organize in their freezer, fridge, and pantry, and then shop based upon that inventory. And I have done a grocery haul today, and based upon the inventory that I have, I knew exactly what I needed. And I also have been eating from my fridge, my freezer, and my pantry for the month of February. I only bought just a very few perishables, so I was out of several things. So I did pick up, this is what I picked up today. So now let me tell you what I picked up, and I'll tell you why I got it. We'll start over here on this end. First of all, I picked up some of these little mini Cokes, and my husband likes these with his meals or just for snacks, and they're just small and perfect size for just a single serving. But one of the meals that we had in February was spaghetti and meatballs, and I used up all the meatballs in my freezer, and I had used up all the spaghetti in my pantry. So I bought 2 boxes of whole wheat spaghetti and a bag of Cooked Perfect meatballs to replace the meatballs that I used. And then I bought 2 boxes of the Freschetta Rising Crust pizzas. We like to go out for dinner a couple times a week, but particularly on Friday. But I had a feeling tonight he would not want to go out for dinner, so I thought, let me just pick up a couple pieces so we can either have those tonight or tomorrow night. So I picked up 2 of these. And then I picked up some wipes, just some disposable wipes just for use in the bathroom. Kleenex, because we were just kind of getting low on those kinds of things. And then I just spotted these in the freezer section. I wasn't looking for them, but they're hash brown patties, and my husband does like those hash brown patties. So whenever we get breakfast at McDonald's, he always gets potato cake. So I thought I'd pick up this package, but I'm going to have to separate them because we would never eat the whole package at once. So I'm going to separate them into smaller sections and freeze them. And then since we did have spaghetti and meatballs once during February, and then I also used the pasta sauce for another dish, I needed pasta sauce. So I bought 2 jars of this Classico tomato and basil, and I really love the tomato and basil. But then also a Prego Italian sausage and garlic. That ought to be a pretty good one too. And then Kroger had this peppercorn pork tenderloins on sale, and these are really nice. You can cook them pretty quickly. They'll make a really nice meal. They're great with like mashed potatoes or mac and cheese or something like that. And I didn't have any of these in the freezer, so I grabbed one of these. And then I got a lot of rice, and this is really odd. You guys are going to laugh at this, but I was talking to the manager of a CVS, and she had said how one of her friends whose husband is the pharmacist at Kroger's had said that quite a few people were coming in to buy rice, and there was like a run on the rice at the various Kroger's. And we have a large Asian population here in our community, and it was said that there was concern that there might be a shortage of rice because of all of the different things that are going on. So there was like a big run on rice. And so I stopped at my Kroger today to get this, and I was talking to one of the stockmen, and I said, so I think I'm going to pick up some rice. And he says, well, you'll be Lucky if you find it, because we had a huge run on rice yesterday. Well, they got in a new truck today, so I bought 2 of these 2-pound bags of La Preferita rice, because we do eat a lot of rice. And then I also bought some of this Uncle Ben's rice that my husband likes. He likes this 90-second rice that you can cook in the microwave. So I got 2 of these, and this is the long grain and wild rice. So, and it's really good. You can pop it in the microwave, it cooks in 90 seconds. It's a great side dish for almost any meal. So I've got lots of rice. The other thing that I picked up was this breading mix. It's the Andes breading mix, and I always get a red one, a yellow one, and a white one. And my husband uses these to fry his fish, or if he's breading something. And so he always mixes these and a few other spices. So I picked up one of each of those for him. And then, of course, some Hillshire Farm smoked sausage. We like to have it with breakfast or with fried potatoes. So we'll probably have one of those quick meals, fried potatoes with smoked sausage and, some kind of a veggie, green beans or something like that. And because I've been cooking so much, my produce was pretty near gone. I had no red, yellow, or green peppers for the last couple recipes that I made. So I made sure to pick up one of each today. And since spring is coming, one of the things we like to have a lot in the spring is sliced tomatoes. My husband likes sliced tomatoes with his fried fish, so I got just 3 of those. And then they had garlic, 2 for $1. And I'm out of garlic. I used the last of it, I think, when I made my garlic mashed potatoes. If you missed that video, I'll link it below. It's amazing. So I needed some of those. And then I needed some cereal. I like the bite-sized shredded wheat, but only this time, instead of getting the mini wheats with the sugar coating on it, I just got plain old bite-sized shredded wheat. And then we also like the Raisin Bran Crunch, because I don't like soggy cereal. So this Raisin Bran Crunch doesn't get soggy. So by the time you finish the bowl, it's still crispy. So I got that. And just a couple of cans of tuna. One of the things that I've been doing, and I learned this from Lisa Sutton at Sutton's Days, is just kind of stocking up on a few different things each time I get groceries. And I'm trying to build a stockpile of tuna. So in case of a true emergency, we'd have some canned tuna that we could open up and use and for whatever, usually tuna salad sandwiches. And then a couple of packs of gum for my husband. He always likes me to get that. And then my husband loves a lot of fresh fruit, so these look really good. So I got one of these for him, these melons. And then they had these salads on sale. So this one is like a teriyaki stir fry, and I can just kind of stir fry this and add some chicken strips to it. And I got lots of chicken breasts in my freezer. So I'm going to make some chicken strips out of those and cook it with this stir fry. And it's a teriyaki brand, and there's the sauces in here, but I've also got some teriyaki sauce in my pantry. So there's that. And then this maple bourbon baked and bacon chopped salad set was on sale. So I got one of those, and so we'll have that for lunch one day with the tomatoes maybe. And I love the Asian, the sesame Asian chopped salads. Just love them. So I got a set of that. And I know these are not the cheapest mixes. You know, these chopped salad mixes are not cheap, but we use them. We don't let them go to waste. They're served as a lunch for my husband and myself. So I think it's good value for that. And then I got some fresh herbs. And this particular one is your poultry roast blend. So it's got like rosemary, fresh thyme, as well as some sage in this one. And the last couple recipes that I needed fresh thyme, I didn't have any. And we had lots of snow outside, so I couldn't go out and pick any. So I picked some up at Kroger. And then, of course, bananas. And then I made stuffing, cornbread stuffing, stovetop for one of my quick meals for Sunday dinner. So I picked up 2 boxes of these. And this is the stovetop cornbread stuffing mix. And it's actually pretty good. Now, it's not as good as mine, but it'll do in a pinch. And depending upon what I've got going on, I might use this and add a pan of my own cornbread and a few other things to it to zhuzh it up. And I'll have a great stuffing mix. So I picked up 2 of those. And then a rotisserie chicken, and so we'll have the rotisserie chicken probably tomorrow or maybe even Sunday for dinner. So there's that. And then some eggs. I've got to do a video on boiled eggs and how to dye Easter eggs. So I picked up some eggs so that I could get ready for that. And then my husband always likes boiled eggs, scrambled eggs, that kind of thing. 2 loaves of bread. And a package of banana nut muffins. My husband loves banana nut muffins. I like the cranberry orange, but they haven't been carrying those at Kroger lately. So we've got banana nut muffins. And then as far as drinks, well, I got a couple of containers of orange juice, and this is the brand that we like. And then 1 container of lemonade, and I like the Simply Lemonade. And then as far as milk, I always get either the Simple Truth almond milk or the Silk almond milk. And I would have gotten the Silk almond milk, but they only had 1 container left, and the carton was so far back in the dairy case, I couldn't reach it, and there was nobody around to reach it for me. So I ended up buying this Simply Truth brand. And then I've been hearing ads on TV about this oat milk, and so this is the Silk oat milk. So I thought I would buy it and give it a try. So we'll see, and I'll let you know how well I like it. And then the other things that I picked up was a bottle of Lysol spray, just to kind of do some disinfecting in the house as I'm doing my cleaning to prepare for cold, flu, and the possible threat of the coronavirus. And I'm not going to talk much about the coronavirus today. I'm going to do a separate video on that so that I can give you guys the 411 on that. So be sure to come back and check that out. And I think these are all the things here. Now I've got some paper goods. Let me grab those and I'll show you those. So one of the things that we picked up today was this huge bundle of toilet tissue. And it's the Sherman toilet tissue. They did have it on sale at Kroger. And I normally wouldn't get a package this large, but I thought right now people are buying lots of things up, and I thought just in case of a needed emergency, we'd have extra here. So I did buy this large package of toilet tissue, as well as this large package of Bounty paper towels. And then a package of napkins. So that is my grocery haul. I hope you enjoyed taking a look at the things that I picked up. I didn't spend near as much as I normally would when I'm getting groceries for the week. I only spent $131. And because I was buying based upon my inventory, I didn't buy things that I didn't need. I did get a couple of spontaneous buys, like those, I like the gum, and then the breading, and the potato patties. But other than that, everything else is pretty much things that I really needed. So I hope you will join me in the March Pantry Challenge. And again, the whole purpose of the March Pantry Challenge is to get you to save money and reduce waste by knowing what you have. So do an inventory of your freezer, your fridge, and your pantry. Maybe do a little bit of organizing, decluttering in those areas, and then go shopping based upon what your needs are, and save a little money while you're at it. And if you need inventory list, I've got an inventory bundle for your fridge, your freezer, and your pantry, as well as a meal planning worksheet and a grocery shopping list. And I can send those out to you free of charge. If you want them, just shoot me an email and I'll send them right out. And that can help you with your inventory. It's just so nice to know what you have. And if you missed the video where I showed you how I use those inventory worksheets when I did my freezer inventory and my fridge and my pantry, I'll link that below so that you can check that out. And just so you know, I've raised 3 children and I've managed a home for more than 45 years. So if you want to learn more about making and keeping a home, subscribe. I would love to have you as a member of the TNT community. In the meantime, this is Denise Jordan saying goodbye. I gotta get these groceries put away. I'll see you next time.